You've talked about values before and how they are a critical piece of building your HR strategy. Can you tell me more about why that is?
I know values can often be seen as the HR fluffy stuff, and that drives me nuts. I don't do fluffy. However, knowing your values is so important to me. It's so important that businesses know what their values are. So, your values really are guidelines as to how we do things around here. So, if you think of yourself as a small business, you'd want to have like a mission statement, at least in your own head. What are you here for? What are you doing this for? Right? What's your vision? Where do you see this going? And your values are how are you going to do that? So it's important that you know those and that you are able to instill those in your candidates, in your staff, in your practices. And I've got a lovely quote, and I've got it right here. I did write it down. Roy Disney said that when your values are clear to you, decision making becomes easier. So let's give you an example. So if a personal value of yours is safety conscious. So in the workplace, then, what does that look like? Now, as a small business, if you're going to have safe working practices, does that mean it's going to take longer to get the work done? So what's more important to you? If your value is safety, are you going to be providing safety equipment to your employees? That's money. So is your value safety or is it efficiency? Are those polarities or do they actually work together? If I was an employee and I wanted to work for, say, I saw 5 or 6 different cleaning companies, and one said, our value is your safety. I'd be, yay, pick me, right? So that's an example of a value. And what you're using your values then for is to show this is who you are. A value could be we care about our people, or we care about the money. See? So you want to have values that represent who you are. They're going to be the same as the values by which you live your life. But now you're bringing those into your business. They will help you make decisions. If your value is respect, and you're losing your marbles with a client or a candidate or something in your business, is that okay? Because they can just leave, you don't care. Or is your value respect in that every interaction you have with someone should come from respect because that's who you are? So as a candidate, if they're able to see a company demonstrating values, then they're going to be drawn to those values because they're going to want to work there. And once you're there as a worker, the leader has that role to demonstrate those values. So think about the person that you hire represents you now to the client, to your customer, to your patient. Okay? So now they're an extension of you. And ideally, you're going to want them behaving in a way that lines up with you. How will they know what that is if you haven't explained what those values are?
How do you explain those values? Because you might have, 3 or 4 words to describe your values. But what if someone interprets a certain value in a different way from what you think it is? How do you make sure that you're on the same page? Because there's always personal interpretation on things.
Exactly. And you see that so often. So the values that you have will never be on a poster on your wall as a decoration, because they are things that you demonstrate, that you live and you breathe. You can write it on a post-it if you like. What is most important about those values is when you have an employee, you're having those discussions. You're saying, this is what's important to me. This is what's important to my business. This is what I want to be known as. I want to be known as a company that produces excellence. And excellence to me means, and then you have that discussion. So excellence to you might mean, do not let anything leave the shop floor unless it's something that you would give to your grandma. Do not let this product leave unless it's something you'd buy yourself. That's an excellent product. So that means if it's not quite finished, or it's not quite clean, or it's got sharp edges or something, and it's not perfect, then you do not let it leave this business. So you're having, what does excellence mean to you? This is what it means to me. So each person that you are then hiring, you are having those conversations. What does that mean to you? Customer, your value could be excellent customer service. What does that mean? Does that mean that excellent customer service to you might mean, I will see this customer within 2 minutes of them walking in, and I'll have them walking back out in 2 minutes. That's what I think is excellent. But me as a customer actually might have more questions, and I might need you to spend a bit more time with me. I might need you just to be nice to me. So I walk out of your store or your business going, that was excellent customer service to me. So define that, and then teach your staff. So this is where onboarding comes in. Teach your staff. Show your staff. Behave in a way so they know this is how we do things around here.